So, Stalin Subway 2, Red Veil. You know what? This game really doesn't deserve a review. In fact, I'm going to do this all in one take, and if I fuck it up, I'll just keep going. It's terrible. It's very bad. There is no redeeming quality other than the fact that it sporadically, occasionally actually runs, and it doesn't just brick my fucking PC. The level design is appalling. The scripting and pathing is terrible. No objectives are properly signposted. The voice acting is outstandingly bad, and possibly the only genuinely redeeming quality of the entire game, and there's so little of it that it's very hard to actually find any moment to enjoy yourself because you're then shunted back into terribly designed levels. Red Veil effectively undoes every single thing the original Stalin Subway managed to achieve to build up any level of credibility, any level of goodwill whatsoever. It completely fucking undermines it, and I'm kind of blown away that Orion Games actually managed to achieve this. Like, this feels like a badly implemented DLC campaign. It doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a sequel. It is very much just, well, we kind of had some extra levels and some extra assets knocking around. We could probably slap some shit together and shunt it out as a second game, even though you've maybe only got, it's only going to be like a couple of hours once you know what you're doing. The only thing that even remotely stretches the pacing of the game out, apart from the unnecessarily vicious difficulty, which just seems to be there to really spite me, is that final fucking section where you're having to help Gleb shuttle his poor fucking carcass through a NPC escort mission. And it's all just so fucking relentlessly dull. The fact that it took me basically half an hour to do that escort mission with no restarts because I had God mode on. Could you imagine how long that would have taken me? Especially if, like the Red Square level, loading from where the fucking level has already begun breaks the scripting. That would have broken me. But this game's only genuine saving grace is the fact that it's got a console so I can put God mode on, because I paid money for this game. I actually sat down, put that in my Steam basket, and purchased it like a fucking idiot. I think it's the worst first-person shooter I've ever played. Like Operation Matriarchy, which I think is also by these guys, isn't it? It probably is. That was broken and shitty, but at least it was it had some elements of creativity and some elements of interesting design, even if it was horrifically inconsistent and ugly. Red Veil is how do you manage to make a sequel a quantum leap backwards? That's what this game is. It's genuinely perplexing. Attempting to try and drink through it was really not a good idea in the first place. I thought I could have predicted how the game was going to unfold. Turns out I was utterly wrong, because I was expecting the game to adhere to any level of coherency whatsoever. Well, no, it's just it's not even jank. I use jank a lot as a term, and you know what? I use it affectionately, because very often jank is you tried really hard, but you didn't have the budget or you didn't have the technical know-how. It's the trying bit. It's the effort required. And I honestly don't think... Told you I'd fuck this up. Now we're going to keep going. I really thought that they'd actually try and escalate things. And maybe they did. Maybe the Red Square level is where things broke for the developers. Maybe they got to that bit when, oh god, this thing's a fucking nightmare. Nothing ever loads properly. The fucking enemies keep killing people randomly. And the minute you try and load while the fucking scripting's running, it all breaks. And rather than removing that level, they just decided to keep going. just to get a fucking product out. I can only imagine that has to be the reason why. Why else would you ship such a clearly unpolished, subpar, broken mess? Why? Fucking why? I generally don't have, like, real disdain for developers, because I often feel like at least a few people within the creative team have tried. I mean, apart from Limbo of the Lost, because those people are a bunch of fucking con artists. But here I'm just kind of left fucking disappointed, because I know Origin Games have put out better stuff than this. Was this, like, just you had to crack something out before the end of the year to kind of recoup whatever budget or something? Like, this really needed more polish, more content, significant cuts to stuff that was already there because it didn't fucking make any sense. Right down to the fact that there is a sequence where you can inadvertently get yourself a non-standard game over by shooting allied NPCs. To make it clear, you would have no idea those guys are allied NPCs because, for one, they are shooting directly at you, admittedly, at the people between you and them, but nevertheless, very much in your direction. You have been conditioned at this point to shoot at people who shoot at you. And two, they are identical to the fucking enemies. Like, I remember, in the first Stalin subway, the officers and everyone were marked with like a little red stripe on their lapel as like a way of indicating it. I mean, the game I don't think ever actually punished you for shooting anyone, no matter who they were. I think you could go around just executing fucking civilians. For that very authentic Soviet feel. But, oh god, fuck, I'm nearly 7 minutes in. I'm just going to stop here. Doesn't really matter about spoilers. This game's not really worth spoiling. Just don't. No. Avoid. If someone gifts it to you, disown them. Disown them and hire a Bitcoin assassin to go to their house and deflate their fucking tyres. If they don't have a car, well, deflate their fucking pancreas. Right, I'm going to go now, because I'm tired, and this game has genuinely just sapped my will to live. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble, and, yeah. I suppose the only way is up from here. Then again, I say that. I'll probably pick something even worse, but hopefully not. Anyway, catch you all later. Bye-bye.